Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you guys how to make two different types of modeling chocolate using two different types of chocolate. To get started, I have 24-ounce blocks of both milk chocolate and white chocolate. I'm going to start with my white chocolate and I'm going to chop it up really finely until I have 1 1/3 cups of chopped chocolate. You can also use white candy melts or colored candy melts in place of the white chocolate. Once the chocolate is all chopped and I have 1 1/3 cups, I'm going to place it into a microwave safe bowl and I'm going to microwave it for 1 minute and 30 seconds or even up to 2 minutes depending on how long it takes to melt, but we're going to do this in 30-second increments. Meanwhile, in a small bowl, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of corn syrup and 1 tablespoon of water, and I'm going to combine those and warm them up in the microwave for about 10 seconds. Now that the white chocolate is completely melted, I'm going to add in the mixture that we made with corn syrup and water. I'm going to add that slowly in there and then I'm going to mix slowly, so basically folding. You don't want to stir too hard because then it's gonna turn into a clumpy mess. After quite a few stirs, you'll see that it becomes thicker and it starts coming together and forms kind of like a dough. Once you feel it coming together and separating from the sides of the bowl, you want to stop. Then you want to grab some plastic wrap and pour the chocolate in the center. Wrap the plastic wrap over the modeling chocolate and flatten it out so that there's a nice flat, even layer. This is just going to help the modeling chocolate cool faster and evenly. You want to refrigerate this for about 2 hours, or if you're in a rush, you can freeze it for about 20 minutes. Now, moving on to the milk chocolate bar, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to chop it up finely until I have 1 1/3 cups of chopped chocolate. Please note that I have tried this with chocolate chips, and certain brands of chocolate, depending on their fat content, will not work with this recipe. Once the chocolate's all chopped, I'm going to place it into a microwave safe bowl and microwave it for the same amount of time in 30-second increments. Now this is where the step differs a little bit. We're only going to add in 3 tablespoons of corn syrup, no water, and we're going to warm it up for 15 seconds. So now that the chocolate is completely melted, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add in the warmed up corn syrup and we're going to just fold it in. Stir it gently. You don't want to overwork it because then it's going to become a tough mess. It's the same process here. You'll notice that it comes together and starts forming a little dough, and when you see it come together, that's when you want to stop. Then I'm going to do the same thing. Put this in some plastic wrap, wrap it up, and flatten it out. Refrigerate this for an hour, or if you want to use it right away, freeze it for 10 minutes. After the chocolate has set, you want to remove it from the plastic wrap. If it's too hard, you want to microwave it for about 10 seconds or more if it's too hard. And then just continue kneading it. And if you feel that it's too dry, add some vegetable shortening to it and continue kneading it, and that'll soften it up a bit. You'll notice the texture of it is a bit firmer than fondant, and it's actually a great alternative for fondant, and it dries up rock hard, so it's great for making sculptures. Now the white chocolate takes a little longer to set up, but if you take it out of the plastic wrap and it's a little hard, you want to do the same thing and stick it in the microwave for 10 seconds. Mine was actually perfect, so I didn't have to microwave it. I'm just going to start kneading it until it gets softer and more manageable. So after it's been kneaded, you'll notice that it's kind of like the consistency of fondant. It's a little firmer, not as firm as the chocolate one. I actually like working with the white chocolate one better because the milk chocolate one is trickier to work with. This one's easier. It's just like fondant, but it dries up to hold its shape, so it's so much better. So as you can see, we've made two different types of modeling chocolates using two different types of chocolate. My favorite is the white chocolate modeling chocolate, and I would recommend that if you're starting off. It's much easier to work with, and it's a great alternative for fondant, and it's great for creating sculptures or anything that you want to dry and hold its shape. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned. I will be putting up a video on how to put this modeling chocolate to use.